welcome to our channel, or welcome back, I should say. It's half of the, well, no, technically, it's 1/3 of the A team here. And today I just wanted to talk about pregnancy symptoms that nobody tells you about. You hear about morning sickness, you hear about eating habits, you hear about weight gain, you hear about all those things, but there are a lot of things nobody talks about, nobody warns you about. So, speaking from my experience so far, there are a few things that I've dealt with, and I'm just like, wait, why have I never heard of these things before? So, starting with morning sickness. So yes, you hear about morning sickness and all that, but it's not just in the morning. So personally, for myself, I dealt with the nausea, and for me it actually started, like the first time it started at like 6 p.m. at night, and it just hits you like a wave. Like, I was week 5, feeling good, nothing. The exact day I hit week 6, it was terrible. Now, I also will say morning sickness, it doesn't guarantee that like you will vomit and throw up, because I never threw up. I threw up one time, and I don't think it had anything to do with morning sickness. Like, it was literally like one of the last days of the first trimester, I think, when I did throw up. And I didn't even throw anything up because I didn't have food on my stomach, so maybe it was like something with low blood sugar or something like that. But I never threw up. It was just nausea all day long. And heck, I feel like I didn't even really have it in the morning. Like, it would start from afternoon and just last throughout the rest of the evening and night and everything like that. It was just terrible, because to feel like you're gonna throw up and you never do, like, it would literally feel like it's just sitting on my chest, and I just never threw up. That was why I thought I was having a boy for so long. So when they told me it was a girl, I was just in such disbelief, because I was doing all these little different Googles about, oh, what are symptoms of a boy, what are symptoms of a girl. Those are just totally not true at all. Every symptom, every boy symptom, they said that, oh, it's a boy, I have a girl. So I learned from those. Another thing that nobody tells you about is skin tags. You can grow skin tags out of nowhere, and if you know a little about skin tags, they grow where like you can sweat. So I have one under my arm. It's a decent size, and Hakeem, he's always picking on me, and he's like, oh, let me get a floss, or let me get something and like just flick it off or whatever. And I'm just like, no, because when you look at it, it's like, I can just peel this off, but it just feels and looks so weird that you don't want to. So I did a little research on those, and they say they can go away after pregnancy, or you can see a dermatologist and they can burn them off or cut them off or whatever. So I'm not gonna worry about them right now. I'm just gonna see what happens afterwards. If it really bothers me, then I'll do something about it. And I will say they're pretty strong, they're pretty tough, because like I can shave and I can nair my underarm and it's still there. So it's just like, ew. You'd think it's falling off by now, but it don't. Another thing, I said morning sickness. Oh, pregnancy brain. Pregnancy brain. I literally forget anything at any time. Doesn't matter. Could have just been talking about it, and I'll be like, oh, what was I saying? So what I have learned to do to help with that is I have like a little journal, and I only carry a little satchel, so it's not that big. I actually got it from Dollar Tree. It's really small, it's really simple. I keep that in my purse at all times, so when I need like to write something down so I don't forget it, it's right there. I just of course you have your phone too, but I'm the type of person, I'm kind of a little old school, so I like to actually write stuff down and see it and whatnot and check it off and everything. So that's something. What else? Let's see. Anxiety. You get anxiety about really weird things. For me lately, it's been driving. For one, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not the best driver, but I do have my license, so Florida trusts me enough to drive on their streets. Um, the other day, I was on the highway and I'm driving, and I'm like on the brake just constantly. And I'm like, wait a minute, like heart beating, and it was just too much for me. And then it wasn't even 5 o'clock traffic yet, and I was already like tripping. So I'm like, on my way back home, I'm gonna take the long way. I'm gonna go through the lights, and I was still kind of tripping then, but I don't know why. It just happened, and it was so freaking weird. But you get anxiety for the weirdest things. So yeah, I've been having it for driving, and I already can't drive, so that's worse. What else? My pregnancy brain is getting me, so I wrote them down, of course. Let's see. Dreams. Weird dreams. So when I say weird, I mean having dreams that include people you haven't talked to in years. I have dreams about people I went to elementary school with and haven't seen since elementary school. Even Hakeem, he told me he had a dream. That's another topic, your partner. They can actually share symptoms too, but I'll get to that one later. He had a dream that the baby kicked her foot out of my stomach. And I'm like, so there was no blood? And he was like, no. But then she stuck her foot back in. And I was just like, yeah, see, that's weird. Those kind of weird dreams. Sometimes they can be funny, sometimes they can be scary, sometimes they can be inspirational, but all over, it's just a bunch of really, really weird dreams. And that I just never heard nobody talk about that at all. Oh, and then they also, you can have like 3 dreams in one night. And then a night for a pregnancy person, it's not like a solid 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep. You wake up because you gotta pee like 5 times already as it is. So you can have 3 separate dreams. One can be funny, one can be scary, one can be inspirational, like, yeah, that. What else? Oh yeah, back to when I was saying your partner can suffer too. So me and Hakeem we're like this. So when, especially in the beginning, when I found out we were having a baby, he had a little bit of morning sickness. Like he was literally, this was week 6 too. Week 6 is basically where they say it's normal for morning sickness to start. He was over the toilet like dry heaving, and I hadn't even started doing that. I never did that, but he was literally over the toilet gagging, and I was like, too bad, so sad. Like, ugh, it was so terrible. What else? He did that. He has heartburn, and that worries me because I'm like, I don't get heartburn, so I'm like, I hope my baby ain't bald headed. And I always tell him, my baby bald headed just because he had a little mohawk or whatever. But yeah, he gets that. He was tired a lot. He was sleeping a lot. Oh man, he's suffering too. So I already say like we're pregnant. Like people talking to people and stuff. I say it as we're pregnant. I don't always just say like, oh, I'm pregnant, because he's suffering too. And plus, I didn't do this by myself, which feels pretty good to say. So, and then, oh man, if he was in here, I'd let him tell you. But yeah, he's suffering too. Oh, acne. He got really, really bad acne. I thought I was gonna break out, but his face, he broke out all along his beard line, and I was just like, ooh, yikes. I was just trying to help him out and give him some tea tree oil and all that kind of stuff, and it's starting to clear up now, but I think she's giving it to him worse than to me. So, nasal congestion. That, well, when it first started, I thought it was my allergies because it started around springtime and I always get seasonal allergies. So I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, it's just my allergies. But then I would take some Claritin and it would still be there. So, and yes, you can take Claritin pregnant. I just took it like every other day instead of every 24 hours. And when I would take it, yeah, it would just not go away. So I was like, okay, so I'm pretty sure this is a pregnancy symptom. It turned out it was. What it would feel like is just my nose clogged, and sometimes it would just be one nostril, the other nostril would be open, but it would hurt and be sore and like burning. It would be hard to sleep at night. I tried to use the vaporizer and that didn't really help. So I was like, I already want to have a natural birth anyway. So I was just like, well, I just got to deal with it. So lately, it hasn't been bothering me, luckily, but it just kind of comes and goes. Yeah, those are just a few things that I've experienced and that I just never heard nobody complain about as much as anything else. So of course pregnancy is different for everybody, and even for one woman alone, each pregnancy can be different. So for me, as my first pregnancy, those were some symptoms that I just never heard about, or I guess you don't know until you find out when you experience it yourself. Yeah, that's it for me for now. Definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We definitely plan to talk about all kinds of things, so you can actually, leave topics. We can talk about together as a couple, or he can talk about something. So definitely just do that for us, and we'll be back to share some more things with y'all. Thank you so much for watching.